From people stopping mid-race, to people facing the wrong direction, and to getting randomly bumped into. Welcome back to MCC Karting, and this is Silly Gooses at TeamSport Warrington. So today we do have a special guest. It is the girlfriend. She's back on the track. If you remember from our last video, she was slightly nervous, but this time she's more confident than she has ever been before. So I'm just waiting at the pit exit, ready for my session, just waiting for these guys to come in. We're currently on a 3 for 2 session, so that's about £50 per person. This can vary depending on what team sport track you go to, just due to the size of the circuits that fluctuate between all the tracks around the UK. So anyway, enough waiting around now, let's cut to the part where we're actually on track. So we've got the full racing pace light, the green light, but unfortunately this isn't actually a proper green light. We're going to go straight into a red here because TeamSport are doing their light sequence tests just to make sure that everyone's following the rules and complying with safety procedures. So I don't know if you guys could hear then, somebody was getting told off for not following the red light rule. Anyway, we're just waiting for our first green flag where we can go to full racing pace, and there it is. So we are just going to move off nice and steadily because we've got nothing to worry about just yet because nobody is behind us. So we are going to come through this double apex here, down into this little down ramp here, coming into a hairpin. We are going to come into the centre of the track to be able to take this double apex nicely here, and then we're going to come to another down ramp. Normally at this point I'd be using my boost button just at the bottom to gain some extra speed coming through the chicane and then come up to the first hairpin. So we're going to take that nice and cautiously, just due to the fact that our tyres aren't up to full temperature yet and we don't have that much grip. So this is one of my favourite turns on the track where we dive into the Monaco theme section. We lead ourselves nicely for a double apex here, and on the exit we do see a cart in front. We want to get the overtake before we get topside due to the difficulty of overtaking up there. Unfortunately we do notice someone just before the double apex, that there is someone stranded there and the marshal hasn't acknowledged yet due to the fact he's in a blind spot. We do get the marshal's attention and they do respond with a yellow flag.
I'm in a good mood. This seems like an alright session because there's only one person in the wall, but everyone seems to be quite spaced out. Everyone's on a different level of racecraft. But I don't like how dark it is here. It's kind of scary because I've got a tinted visor and I can't see anything when I come up on there. But yeah, let me go again.
So I think I was being a bit optimistic there, but anyway, we've got green light, so that means full racing pace again. We are slowly catching up to this guy in the pink suit, but he does brake there, decreasing his pace. I go for the inside there, but I don't have the pace myself. I now go for the outside, which I do have the pace, but unfortunately we do get a yellow flag. So back to a green flag now. We've got cart number 32 right in front of us. We do manage to get the pace to be able to take the inside just before this double apex here, which we do take pretty nicely to be fair. And then we come down a small little down ramp here into the hairpin again, centre of the track, and then come up to the double apex here. And now come to the down ramp here, which I do use my boost button here to be able to get that extra pace. Unfortunately, there was no point in using that because we do get another yellow flag.
One lap yet.
So we're heading up towards the top side now. We see a cart in front. We're going to try to get the overtake, but unfortunately, as soon as I look to my right, you can see the whole pack, and you can see the reason why we call it the Monaco themed section, because you can't get an overtake on it. So probably a few of you are thinking, why don't I just put my foot down straight away here? I do sometimes, but when I can see there's people who aren't too confident on the track, I'm not going to put that much pressure on them until there is a safer space to overtake, because it's not fair really. People are there for fun and are there to learn. So unfortunately, after waiting on a red flag for quite a while, we do get a yellow flag. So we are going to start moving now, and then we do get the green flag. That means we can go to full racing pace again. We've got enough speed to get past this cart here, and we've got a lot of speed to get past this cart as well. So we pull into the inside and manage to get past him, and then we do have the girlfriend in front of us, so we manage to get around her on the outside, pulling onto the inside, but this cart does spin out unfortunately, and this cart does react quite fastly to this yellow flag that I didn't see because I was too busy focusing on the next corner. Unfortunately, we do have another yellow flag again, so I'll skip to the green flag. So we're back up to a green flag. I managed to get the inside here, and unfortunately I do bump this guy because he does brake on the exit, and it gives him an extra boost to manage to overtake the person in front of him. I do overtake the same person as well, and now we're chasing him through the Monaco themed area. Back up to a green flag again, and we're coming up to the corner that I said before I kind of like, just due to the fact that you can dive into this Monaco themed area. I'm gaining a lot of pace on this guy in front, which he does realise in a second where he goes a bit too wide here and lets me go forward. So I come down the down ramp, I'm utilising my boost button here to gain some extra pace coming through the chicanes, but unfortunately someone has spun out at the first part of the chicane, causing a yellow flag, and it does last a while. Don't know why, I'm assuming there's probably someone else who's spun out on the track as well. So we're back up to a green light, that means full racing pace again. I managed to get the inside line here, getting the overtake nicely there, using my boost button here just to get past this person here, and then pulling myself into the wall nice and sharp to be able to take this chicane nicely. Lucky for me, I've got some open track now and I've got nothing to worry about. So after having a nice lap around, it's unfortunately the end of the session, and as you can see we've got the yellow flag to be called back in. So we're going to go have our 15-minute break, and then we're jumping into the second session. So after a nice little break, it's time to get back on the karts, but for some reason my girlfriend just spawned in out of nowhere, and I'm very confused at this point. So anyway, let's skip it to where we're back on track. So unfortunately, due to the sheer amount of yellow flags in the next part of the video, I've decided to cut it down. So as soon as it goes up to the yellow flag, I'll be skipping back to green so I can show you as much content as possible. So as you can see, we've got quite a big pack here. Red unfortunately clips this guy here, causing himself to spin out, giving me that position as well as another position I believe. And then blue here goes a bit too wide, giving me the inside line. And then we take turn 3 and then we start pushing on down the Dunlops. So coming up to double apex, I'm going too wide with this guy here. He's been a bit tad too aggressive. As you can see, he will bump me, nearly send me into the barriers here. I do back off because I can't bother dealing with that currently, considering we're having so many yellow flags, and we do get a yellow flag here anyway. So we're back on the top side. You can see Red's going a bit crazy there, bumping into people to get past them. Anyway, we're going to use the advantage of the boost button and the ramp combined to get past kart 14 here, and then use the short side of the chicane to be able to defend our position in some way. Anyway, we're going to go for the next blue guy. We're going to try to go for the inside, but unfortunately I don't have the pace and he somehow has a better exit, but then he defends his position by drifting round, and somehow I have a better exit there anyway. I come around the corner and then there's a random person in the middle of the track. But anyway, we keep on going. So at this point I fancied a battle with the guy in the red suit, so I'm going for the inside line here. I thought I had it, I thought I had a lot of pace coming out of there, but unfortunately he zoomed off there. I go for the switchback, but unfortunately I clipped the barrier in himself because there wasn't much space. Wasn't much I could do about there, but now we're exiting turn 3 and we're going through the Dunlops. So the best way to get an overtaker here is by faking your manoeuvre. So I'm going to go fake out wide here and then come back in short. I'm going to do the exact same thing here, so it opens that inside line and gives me the switchback opportunity. So exiting turn 2 here, I can see the girlfriend right there, and then going to turn 3 I can see everyone else and some random person stood still in the middle of the track.
That's fucking dangerous!
So if you watch my previous videos, I'll always mention that I understand there's going to be new people on the track, there's going to be people there to learn and get into karting, and there's going to be people there for fun as well. But one thing I'll never understand is, why do you need to stop in the middle of the track on a green light? I don't understand if it's red, I don't understand if it's yellow, but still, on a green light, why do you decide to come to a complete halt? But anyway, I'm going to stop bickering on about it, it's in the past, and let's keep pushing on. So in a situation like this, you want to monitor them light systems. As soon as it goes green, get your foot down, which I do here. Manage to get past red nice and smoothly. The next person, so overtakes the person in the orange. We go for the inside line on turn 1 here, manage to pull that off, and we're going to do the exact same thing to the guy in the blue suit here on our right, and manage to get past him on turn 2. Unfortunately, we don't have enough pace to get past the next guy in the blue suit, or the space as well, so we're just going to keep pushing through the Dunlops and under the bridge. So blue's coming short to that corner here, he's now pulling to the left, so I'm going to go right and take that outside lane because he's losing pace, and then we're going to try catch up to red, but unfortunately we do get a yellow flag anyway. So at this point I've seen people start getting in their carts in the pits, so I'm assuming the session's coming to an end. So I'm letting people come past me now so I can keep practicing on overtakes. I'm now coming on the inside line here, and this guy spins out. Unfortunately I do clip him, and then I come for the next corner and... So I do get a bit angry, so I do change my driving style a little bit to a bit more aggression. I do throw my hands up towards the marshal thinking he can stop this from all happening, but he can't. Anyway, we get past red here nicely on the outside line here. Do go a bit aggressive into the double apex here, push my way through, and then keep on pushing towards the top section. So at this point I want to try something fancy going into turn 1. I want to try to fake the inside and then come back for the outside, but he wasn't having any of it and just stayed the outside anyway. So I'm going to keep on pushing towards turn 2. I'm going to try to go for the inside, but he's blocked that off anyway. And then come into the centre of the track to come down turn 3. And then what I wanted to try to do was see if drafting actually worked in indoor karting. It probably would, but we get a yellow flag anyway. So heading to turn 1 with the same guy in front of me, just go for the inside, nothing fancy this time, and keep on pushing towards the rest of the pack. After about a 4 or 5 minute wait, we finally get our yellow flag. The instant's cleared up, and as soon as we get round this corner here, it's back to green. So we'll come up to turn 1 now, go for the inside line here, manage to get past green here with a nice smooth exit. Come up to turn 2 now, just following the line as per usual. Blue here just gives a little bit of a skid out here, slows him down a bit, giving me the advantage to be able to catch up to him. We're drafting off him now, but he does just brake randomly, which I don't have a clue why. But anyway, we're going underneath the Dunlop, coming into one of my favourite corners, coming in sharp, taking that inside line, and then cutting around this corner here to make sure you can't overtake me again. Unfortunately, the reason why I skipped to this part of the session is because it's the last green flag of the session and there was a yellow flag that lasted quite a while. But anyway, Blue does a remarkable manoeuvre up here, which is pretty crazy. He just disappears. But anyway, this session's been eventful. I've learnt not how to die in karting, and I've learnt there's a fair few silly gooses on track sometimes. But other than that, I've sort of enjoyed myself. Give it around about 3.5 stars out of 5, but still, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next. Cheers!